All right, welcome back, everyone. Tommy Guy here from Minuteman Command, and back by popular demand, I got our offensive line coach, Coach Nic Tardiff, with us. Nick, what's up?
Everything's great on my end, man. Always thrilled when you have me on to talk some offensive line. I'm gassed up for it.
Hey, man, we got some more recruits that we want to talk about. Guys, we're going to talk about a portal guy today that came in January and has pressed the coaches, and I'm excited. We haven't talked since the Super Bowl. And, with you on here, I got to mention that I did see that the Eagles had 3 of the highest paid offensive linemen in the NFL, on one squad. I mean, I don't know how they did that. Great job by the general manager. But again, just more people seeing the importance and the factor that comes with the Hogs up front.
Not just a coincidence. Pay the big guys up front, and it pays dividends in the end, I think.
For sure. So, today, Coach, I'm excited to break down Kyle Brown with you. Kyle's a New York guy, graduated Dartmouth, and is coming up the middleman, helped out the offensive line. 6'4", 295. Tell us a little bit about, what you like about Kyle and what you've seen on him before we watch some of his clips.
So, I mean, I think just for starters, you hear that he's coming from Dartmouth. I think anytime you hear transfer portal, right? When an Ivy League program is attached to that player, it's an assurance of a quality guy. And I think because you've communicated with them so much over the years, coach, through playing and coaching, great offensive linemen are smart dudes, and they don't just let anybody into these institutions. So you have to be, a really, really sharp character, and I think that's a lot in O-line world, answering the if-thens. So I love these from an Ivy League school. I also love that he played, 4 years of football for the great Keith Clark, who's been up at Dartmouth for 14, 15 years now, and has had that running game spinning since the day that he set foot up in New Hampshire.
Yeah, I mean, it's great. I mean, to have these guys come in, graduate from the Ivies, and we know, Nick, I don't think if everyone else out there knows this, but a lot of the Ivy guys have plenty of FBS offers. They choose to go Ivy because they choose to make that decision. And I think it's great recruiting for the Ivy to see all these guys go to the Ivy League, get their Ivy League degree, play great football, and then now transfers with FBS schools. I mean, that's got to be a great recruiting pitch for them.
Absolutely.
All right, let's start. Let's break down Kyle Brown here.
So he's going to be number 63, I believe, at left guard. You see him coming across on a skip pull here. I love at the point of attack, little hip dip, gets under the guy's pad level, right? This is just showing, versatility. They're living in this power game, this gap scheme game right here, and this kid can move, right? Stonewalls the linebacker in the gap. Good leverage. Obviously, they're breaking off a large run here. I just like this. This shows that the dude's got side to side. This shows second level blocking, which I think is premium. And this is not high school tape. I mean, this is obviously, this is Ivy League, real deal Saturday tape going up against a real defense. This entire offensive line is humming, but Kyle's definitely a unit, and he gets on his horse here, makes an impactful block that springs a big run.
Yeah, great point for our viewers too. I mean, this isn't high school football here. This is Ivy League football. I believe this Dartmouth probably against Columbia right here.
Yes.
And, I mean, these guys are getting after it. It's high-level football, and that's a guy – you're going to have a guy coming in ready to play and ready to compete. I know Coach Harrisiniak, has been pushing that. I see it on social media and in the meetings and things like that. They've been pushing competition, getting guys in a room and competing. And, you're going to have plenty of competition here on the offensive line.
Yes. This is a great physical rep. Obviously, did this look like QB draw to you, Coach?
Yep.
So, I mean, flashing a little bit of pass, giving a hi-hat look, then coming in and just absolutely leveling a dude. And look at him, like, what are you, 15 yards downfield, still hunting down a guy in the next level of the defense? I mean, this is a guy, he understands football's a game of inches. He wants every last one. I mean, that's a big dude. And look, I mean, you have big dudes here on their horse, sprinting downfield, attacking little dudes. This is premium football. So Coach Clark up at Dartmouth he's an old school guy. He understands offensive line is an attitude position. So with this dude, what you're getting is a guy who eats a bowl of nails for breakfast. I think with this Kyle Brown kid, he's you could tell he's nasty. You could tell he's a finisher. I like this play just because of sheer percussion, Coach.
I mean, sure. And when you draw it up, Nick, like you draw it up, this guy, that's who he's got. He's pass setting, right? He's showing pass. He's blocking this guy. They didn't draw this up for him to knock that guy in his ass and then go up 10, 15 yards down the field to get somebody else.
Right.
And that's instincts. And he doesn't hesitate a second. He knows that I got this guy down. I'm going for the next. I mean, again, too, I always say effort shows your love for your teammate. I mean, this type of teammate we want.
Yeah, and he's tracking that little guy in space too. He's keeping his hips connected to this second level player here, or I think it's a safety, right? So this guy moves. I mean, he's going to be able. You're talking like when you have if you have offensive linemen that are great at the point of attack, right? You're going to have a very successful run game, and this kid is, right. But when you have guys who can get on a horse and go do this type of thing, now you're talking that you're living in the explosive run play area, which I think explosive plays is a huge factor in any game, right? If you rack up explosive plays, especially on the ground, right, because guys are getting downfield and making impactful blocks, your offense is going to be all the more potent.
Yeah, and smart too. I mean, we talk about it a lot, Nick. The offensive linemen, when they run downfield, a lot of times they're running on air.
Yes.
They're not getting into a lot of people. They're missing people and things like that. And sometimes it's even smarter to throttle down a little bit, slow down, make that defender, come run the other. But he gets on him.
Yes.
He's right on top of him. And at 6'4", 295, I mean, size, move, he's total package.
This is really great. I mean, this is a twist pickup, obviously, here, right? They're stunting. What I like that Kyle does here is the patience on the penetrator. He delivers the penetrator to the tackle, right? Yet then still has outstanding footwork, gets back to square, right? Covers a lot of ground, really patient footwork. And he kind of drops his inside leg to brace a little bit there. Like, he doesn't give an inch of ground here. And you're making the stunt essentially ineffective. Now, they didn't have anything downfield on this one, but this is blocked up really nice.
It is. I mean, the quarterback's rushing, but he doesn't need to. He's kind of moving probably just off of timing in his head, but he's got a great pocket there. And I'll tell you what, just watching Kyle's film, I feel like he just seems like the leader of the offensive line too.
Oh, yeah.
He's nonstop going 110% every play, but he picking up this twist here. The last play you saw him knock somebody down, go get somebody else. Like he is the leader of this offensive line.
Yep. Constantly working. He does not stand still. He is trying to get something out of every single rep, which when you add those, you never go broke making a profit. And when you add those small chunks together, it makes a big chunk. Big chunks win football games, right?
Yes. Let's watch another clip.
So this is just, and to harken back on what we were talking about, a little bit the last time that we got together, Coach, is just finish, right? And you want a guy who's going to finish. I think in this type of down and distance, right, going into the end zone, you finish your block in the end zone, and that's what he's doing. You can tell that he has an expectation of his block, right, and he wants to finish this thing in the end zone, so that's what he's going to do. And the strain that he shows here and the composure, I mean, the he's a unit.
For sure. We got one more clip. Let's watch it.
Same situation here, right? You got a guy. Now, I love that he chews up a little bit of time, right, for the timing's sake of the play on the first level. He's going to go ahead and clean that color out of that gap, right, help his center a little bit. What I love here, that he does, I think his pad level on this dude is incredible. I think that what he does is he nails the hip of number 75, the nose, right? And then again, he's on his horse to finish that block in the end zone. So
he's moving that nose a whole other gap.
Yes.
He's moving and he's just helping out the center on there.
Yes.
So, man, more and more I watch him, and the more and more I watch this, the more and more I love this kid. And, he's definitely going to be an impact player for us this year.
I think he will more than likely through spring ball, he is definitely going to secure himself a spot in the starting five for UMass. And that's, I think, just judging by the way this kid works, I don't think he's coming down to Amherst to do anything else besides, kick some tail and win some football games.
Good. I'm excited to watch him this spring. And, great news for the Minutemen, for the team, for the fans, for everyone. So another good recruit. Thanks for the breakdown, Coach, and we'll talk again soon.
Anytime, Coach. Thank you.